Well, hello everyone, it's Kevin here. Today I want to talk about a tool that I use with potential wedding clients. Now, a wedding is kind of a hard thing for someone to shop for for a DJ because obviously there are things that are intangibles. There's not like a cake that a baker could give you to taste. There's certainly not a book of photographs, that a photographer could share with their prospective clients to give you an idea of the kind of work that they do. With a DJ, we certainly could have things like reviews. We can have things like videos that kind of show a little bit about what we do, but it's also just hard to imagine it. It's hard to envision and to package it up and to communicate to a prospective couple what kind of service that you will give, what kind of MC you are, what kind of energy you bring to the event, what kind of music you'll play, that kind of thing. And also, I think a big part of the clients today is that they will want some sort of customization to their service. They do not want a canned wedding package that you come in, you have a playlist, and you just hit play and you go, and you say the same old script. I think that's kind of a dated way to think about weddings. So I've got a tool that I've been using and I've gotten a lot of great feedback. So I wanted to share it with you today. So I'm going to show you guys the screen here. All right, so we're gonna walk through this tool, and essentially what you're gonna see here are two documents, and each document is double-sided, so it's got 2 pages to it. First, I'll open up number 1, and what this is a wedding walkthrough, because again, it's really tough for a couple to envision how the day's gonna go with you as our DJ. So I try to make it more tangible, or something that they can get into their minds and understand. So let's look at this first one. Essentially, wedding walkthrough with Megan and Randy was a wedding that we did, and actually at the end of 2019. And so what I did here is essentially I'm showing on the page the wedding day of script. Now this is the script that I did another video about, that is a tool that I use to help communicate to the couple what's going on. So I show them this. This is a script from another wedding, but I show them this document. Okay, so there's information at the top that goes over things like some of the VIPs, some of the other vendors, and some other pieces of information. As I scroll down, you can see that it's organized by timeline. So you can see the prelude, or the guest arrival, ceremony, cocktail, and wedding party introduction. Coming into Yeah by Usher. Oh yeah. So check it out. You can see on the left the information, but on the right are just little photos to kind of show and visualize what's going on. So as the ceremony is occurring, here's what my DJ setup would look like off to the side in the bushes at this venue. So I'm not something that is an eyesore or sitting in the front of their altar or something like that. So I'm very discreet here. There's my son played cello at this event, so you can see he's set up as well. A little bit about the ceremony, so people can get a sense of what the ceremony looked like. And then of course, as folks come in for cocktail and wedding party introduction, I have a photo here of the main DJ reception setup. So people kind of get a sense of what it's all about and what's going on. They also have a sense of how I manage workflow, which is really good. I want them to understand that I set up a timeline. I'm very professional with how I'm going to execute their event, and they should get a peek into that process. So the other page of this document, page 2 of 2 here, is you can see we have cake cutting, dinner, spotlight dances, or parent dances. We have the dancing, a couple activities, newlywed shoe game, and then some more dancing. And then a couple images that go along with it here on the right. So this actually just shows off that for this service, we did a custom monogram, did some uplighting. We did some lots of dancing, and then just a picture with the happy couple, so to speak. And then here, if I click on this link, or if this is a paper document, if I type in this kind of long link, I'll get my wedding highlight video from Megan and Randy's wedding. So people could check it out, and you could actually see some of these bits and pieces in motion, which is pretty cool. So that's that's one wedding walkthrough. Now I wanted to do another one where I highlight the music that I'm playing, because every wedding is different. Of course, I've said that over and over on my channel, that you really need to customize your wedding and your event and your parties and your whatever you're DJing. You need to bring your own sense of what the couple's all about, their vibe that they want, a little bit about their personality. Maybe take some of their selected songs and build off of those if it's a wedding. So what I do here with number 2, my little wedding walkthrough number 2, is it's more focused on my music that I played. And I basically took my song history export right out of my DJ controller and popped it right next to the same wedding day of walkthrough script that I use. So here again, it's 2 pages, and you can kind of see the setup, right? Script on the left, and it goes all the way through to the end of the night, through 11 o'clock. And then on the right, you can see these are basically song titles, artists and song title. So check it out. I'm trying to show, hey, look, I did a little sound check. Here's what I played for cocktail hour. Now, of course, a tool like this is beneficial to use, but also you have to emphasize that this is not just what I play every cocktail hour, right? This is based on the couple. I curated this cocktail hour playlist. This one was one where here's what they told me in pink. They wanted Motown, oldies, little country, some Luke Combs, Florida Georgia Line, etc. They didn't want any bangers. They wanted just positive and upbeat kind of cocktail welcome hour. Very typical. So this is what I chose. And you can see I dropped in a little bit of pop. I dropped in certainly lots of what they wanted, but then I kind of did some tracks that, I wanted to make sure I got everybody engaged, and I took their cues even from song suggestions they wanted later, and I brought them into this part of the playlist. So this is what I played, exactly what I played. So you can kind of see. Also, you can see like the intro. Obviously, these intros, this was a little more of a, I don't want to say complex, but a little more of an interesting one, because each couple came out to their own song, which is not typical for me in my market anyway. I'm not seeing that often. Usually it's one song for everybody and then one additional song, a different song for the wedding or for the couple introduction. So this one was a little different in the fact that each one had its own. But you can kind of see how here are the songs that line right up with what they wanted for wedding party intros. And then here comes dinner. So you can see the dinner, same kind of thing. They gave me a little bit of guidance, but here's what I chose. And of course, with dinner, you've got toasts and things that kind of like are the audio track. You're not playing music during toasts. So the dinner playlist was a little shorter, or let's say the history of what I played was a little shorter. But then all of a sudden you get into spotlight dances, you get into those selections, and then dance. And here's what they kind of gave me as guidance, and they definitely wanted to start with shout. And then they kind of just gave me, and these were just like quick notes that I wrote down for myself. This isn't the client copy of the script. This is more for me in this pink writing. And basically you can see what I did. I introduced some of their songs either here or in the dance section. It comes a little later, this late night dance set. And you can kind of see, we've got the anniversary countdown dance. We got the newlywed shoe game in here. There's a cake cutting song, slow dance. And then there's just bits in the middle where we did a little, dance set before the bouquet and garter. You can see those songs here, and then the finale, which was just this run of awesome hits. And the group got really, really pumped during this. But anyway, you can kind of see how this would be used. And I, of course, have that same highlight video at the end. This, again, not meant to tell your couples that, hey, this is the kind of song, these are the kind of songs that I play. This is more about, this is how I took what the couple wanted, and this very unique couple, Dustin and Kelly, and I derived playlists for each section of the event. I hope that this helps a little bit. It's, of course, a structure that you could use if you wanted to in many different ways. You could make a spreadsheet of this tool. You could do something different with it, put it on a website. But this is just my format. I have these documents on my website, but I also provide a printed copy for my couples when we meet, when we talk about their wedding. So in any case, guys, I hope that helps a little. Just give you an idea of a tool that can help you talk to your wedding couples and give them a better sense of what your service is all about. Thanks, and I'll talk to you next time.